What up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Disciples of the Boom Bap. I am your host, Bad News. I have a very special guest in the house with me, Miss Erica Glenn, R&B extraordinaire. I've been knowing this woman for a long time. I'm talking maybe 20-something years, maybe over 25 years, since Hollywood Palace days, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
yeah.
welcome to the show, baby. How you been?
Thank you. I'm doing well. And yourself?
I can't complain. I'm blessed by the best. That's all.
That's
I'm
good.
here. That's
That's
it. You know what I'm
good.
saying?
I'm glad to be here.
So, let's get started by telling everybody who you are and what it is that you do. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? You have a long list of accolades, so go ahead and tell everybody who you are.
My name is Erica Dawn Glenn. I'm a singer-songwriter from Philadelphia, PA, North Philly, 29th and Lehigh. Um, I've been in the business since I was, oh my God, probably about 12. I'm a third generation singer, as my grandparents and mother were both jazz and gospel artists. So I'm a third generation singer. I've opened up for a plethora of artists, The Whispers, Ray Goodman and Brown. I work with Gene Carn, like a lot of soul artists.
Hmm.
My genre of music that I prefer to do, that I'm known for, is soul music. So
Okay.
that's,
Okay.
basically who I am. I'm a military vet and just kind of like a Renaissance woman. So that's who I am.
Well, I thank you for your service, which I never knew you was in the military, but thank you for your service. You know what I'm saying?
I
I
was
just
in the
knew you as
Marine
a
Corps.
R&B extraordinary. Every time I see you, you tore the house down. So
Oh, thank
you
you
know what I'm saying?
so
Every time I
much.
saw you. Yeah, for sure. So tell everybody how you got started in this industry.
Oh man, you know what? I knew, like from a little kid, that I was going to be in the industry, and
Okay.
it just it just bit me. It was just like it was just in me. Like as a little kid, I could like hear an artist and really emulated. Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, James Brown. As
Hmm.
we had a plethora of music artists in our home. So I
Hmm.
just studied those, and I knew that I was going to be an artist.
So you knew as a little girl that you wanted to sing.
I knew I was one of those kids that I would go in the house and read all of my mom's albums and read the liner notes and all the lyrics and be singing that stuff like I was that person. Yeah, so I knew.
Wow, that's dope. So who were some of the artists that like inspired you as you grew up, as you were sing, as you started to sing?
You know what? Because my grandmother was like really church going. Oh man, James Cleveland, the Edwin Hawkins, Andre Crouch. But my go-to, like my muse, ironically, was Donny Hathaway. When I heard his voice, I was
Really?
like, "What is that? And how can I get to that kind of emotion building?" You know what I mean? Like I would hear the emotion, and it just grabbed me. And Donny Hathaway is my favorite. But I
Really?
listen to
Donny Hathaway's
everybody.
dope.
I listen to rock. I listen to metal. Um, I listen to rap. I listen to everybody. Opera. If it moves me, I'll go towards it. So, yeah, I listen. Man, we had thousands of albums in my house.
Okay.
Yeah, my
Okay.
first album that I owned though, my mother bought when I was 8, and it changed my life. And that was the Off the Wall album by Michael Jackson.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
I
Yeah.
cried when she gave
That's
me that album. I cried. I was like, oh,
really
I was excited, and rightfully so. When I heard it, I was like, this is what I'm destined to do. So yeah.
wow. So
hmm
after that, I'll say so after you got the album, how old were you when you got the album, by the way? How old?
I
Like,
was 8, so that was oh my God, 1979.
sheesh. Okay, so after
Yeah,
that you
I
got
was.
that.
After I got that album, I was like, what in the world? I was just blown away. And after I discovered that album, then I started getting into other artists like Minnie Riperton And oh, I really loved well, I love Donny Hathaway, but I really love Stevie Wonder. You know what I mean? Like I would hear his music and I would be like, who mind whose mind can, you, not being able to see can like
Can picture that.
explain stuff.
I
Yeah.
said the same thing. How was he picturing these songs?
Yeah, who? Yeah, and so once I heard that, I was like, I really gotta get out there. I'm gonna tell you the song that made me love Stevie Wonder, and when I hear it now, I just get goosebumps. That knocks me off my feet.
Okay.
That song
Okay.
is so beautiful and so like expressive. When I hear it, I just be like, what? Who? Who thinks like that? You know? So
Yeah,
it's
Stevie
those
was
kind of
he
artists
was
that inspire me to really get out there. And the barge, switching the barge.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
I, I heard that stuff and I was like, why am I not older? I wish I was older so that I could really like go out there and just do that stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So all right, so we're gonna jump forward. When did you start performing? At what age?
Oh, I started performing like, oh, I want to say about probably 12.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was really timid, but
Mm-hmm.
we had some cannons in our neighborhood that could sing. Samantha Patty,
Okay.
shout out to her. She was like a
Shout out.
local legend in our neighborhood, and I so wanted to be like those guys. So, like 12, I started really singing, and
Okay.
it what made me really like really say I really need to do this was that I was one of those kids that got teased. But when I would open my mouth and my friends would be like, "Can you do this song for me?" and I would do it, they would shut up and you could hear a pin drop and then afterwards we was automatic friends. So I got friends that yo, they've been supporting me since I was a little kid, yo. You know what I
That's
mean? And
dope.
they're true fans because they see me like come up. You know what I mean? So I
Right.
started at 12,
Mm-hmm.
and then in high school, I went to two high schools in Philly. I went to Gratz, and then I
Mm-hmm.
went to Martin Luther King. When I went to
Okay.
Martin Luther King, our music teacher he took me to the side and was like, you are really good. And I was really shocked because I was a first year student. So I had no idea he was even looking. And he asked me would I be
Wow.
interested in doing the Philadelphia Citywide Choir. And I said, sure. I didn't
Mm.
know what that was, but I was like, I'm down.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went in that room and seen all the great singers that I was amongst, I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But when they opened
So
their
so
mouths
so who was in there? Who was in there?
it was students from Kappa. It was like all the top students, all the top singing students in Philadelphia.
Okay.
So it was probably about, if I had to guess now, probably about 150 of us. It might have been 200. And
Wow.
we practiced all winter, and then we performed at the Academy of Music. And
Oh wow. Okay.
I was like, I was amazed, yo. It was just like the music, the direction that they took us in. Like we did opera, and then we were doing spirituals, and then we were doing pop music and Broadway, and I was just like, I was here for it. You know, I just knew that I would be doing it forever.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hmm.
So your first studio experience was with who and where?
Ooh.
Recording wise.
You know what? My first studio experience was in Beaufort, South Carolina, because I was stationed there as a Marine. And I was
Okay.
working with two of my friends, Lonnie and K Love, and they were like aspiring rappers, right? So they
Mm-hmm.
said, Erica, I want you to do a hook on our rap. So I did. And we
Okay.
sent it to Queen Latifah, and she hated it.
What?
She did not like it, yo, and I was devastated. Ooh, I was
Wow.
devastated that day, but that was my first experience. But then I moved back to Philly, fortunately, and my first studio session was with oh, Jonathan Buxton. He shout out Falcon, love you. He worked on my first project in Philly, and at the time we were all struggling because I had just come from the war and I was out of sorts. And he was he was going through life struggles, and he told me, he said, "Look, you got it." He said, "But you're
Mhm.
too timid, and you need to be able to get into the audience and engage the audience and not be nervous." So he was the one that took me out to not Champagne, Top Shelf and Hollywood Palace. And then he
Woo,
started
yeah.
recording me. So we did an EP, and that was my first recording.
I don't think, and I'm gonna say this. This is a sidebar. I don't think
Hmm.
people realize how much we were stars at Hollywood Palace. When
Oh,
I'm talking about you, Raina Graham, myself, Kenny
yeah,
Jackson, Alex Sardi.
yeah,
When we walked through that door and we got on
yeah,
that stage, that was
yeah.
our spot, yo.
It
That was
was.
our spot.
You know what? It was a great time in Philly history as far as the local community. It was a great
Yes.
time. Like everybody had chops, and either you chopped or you got chopped. That was it. And you know
It's
what? When
just
I first
it's
started
that
coming
simple.
up there, I was
Mm-hmm.
like, I am not going to be able to do this because I was so scared. But
Right.
I I started watching you guys. I was enamored from the door, but I was just like kind of timid, and just going through my war stuff. So I was kind of like, like trying to feel my way. And I learned so much from you guys. You know what I
I
mean? I
appreciate
had never seen a rapper rap live, like rap live on the local scene. You know what I mean? So when I seen you, I was just like, is he like the Tupac reincarnation? Because I didn't, you know what I mean? I was just like, do you do live band rap? You know what I mean? And so you were the first person I seen do that. And you know what I mean? You
I
did
appreciate
it well. And I learned from you guys. I learned Yvette Chambers, Pam Knight, Alex Crazy
Shout out to
Artist.
Vet. Shout out to Cam. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no question. Nick J, my boy. That's my boy. Love you, Nick. Um,
Yes.
like Damon Molly, Damon Core, like I watched Johnny Croom. I just watched everybody, and it was just a great time for us, and it was fun.
Man, it was beautiful. And I'm
Hmm.
talking about that man used to hold that club open for us till 3 o'clock in the morning. If we didn't get on, if somebody get on, he used to hold the club open.
He did.
I remember getting out of that club at like 4 in the morning one time.
I can
50
believe it.
Second
I
walked
did
up and packed.
too.
Packed.
Yes, yes. Great times, great times, great
Beautiful
times.
stuff. Beautiful
And
stuff.
you know what's crazy is
Beautiful.
that before I came to the Hollywood Palace, I had never covered Gladys Knight, right? And me and my friend Tina, we were on the L, being young, smoking L's. And she said, Erica, you know who you should do? And I said, who? She said, you should do Gladys Knight. And I laughed so hard on the L. We was on our way to the Hollywood Palace. I was like, girl, please. I never thought of that, and I don't think that I'm going to do it. And she was like,
Right.
no. She said, you got the perfect voice for it. And she said, you should try it tonight. And I tried it at the Hollywood Palace, and I've been doing it ever since. And
You killed it. You
it,
killed it.
I learned it. You know what I mean? I fell in the character. That's what singing is, falling in the character. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
fell in the character, and I'm so proud that years later, people, they stop me and they be like, you still singing? You do Gladys Knight? It's the
That's the
funniest
thing.
thing, but I would have never ever thought of doing that song at one time. Never. Mm-mm.
Really.
Yeah, the Palace brought me out because I was a really timid, like I don't know, I didn't know what to expect, and when I went out there, I was like, damn, everybody can sing. Everybody was
Yo, and it's
singing.
great. It's crazy. Everybody in that room was heavy. Everybody in that room, everybody had talent in the room.
Yeah.
I've never seen a room like when I went down there. I got down there through Cassie, who let me perform at uh, uh Princess Lounge.
Right.
So when they went down Hollywood Palace, I felt like they was down there. Stacey McGee, Colt Younger, Darren Daltrey, all of them. I was like, yo, this room is full of nothing but talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody that touched that stage tore the stage down.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yes. I'm gonna tell you who I saw. And before, I never saw them at the Hollywood Palace, but I got a chance to see them at Wanda's Supper Club.
Okay.
And they blew me away, and I was like, "Oh my God, I've never seen nothing like that." And that was Dwight Smith.
The White Knight. He put on a hell of a show.
Him, and I just was like, "Wow, Austin, I'm on the interview, babe." Yeah, I seen him, and I was like, "Oh my God, what is going on?" You know, and it was just amazing. So, pardon me for 1 second.
He just said,
I have a 9-year-old, pardon me. And he aggressive. He play football. You think he's the man. You think he is the man. Oh my God. But yeah, I saw Mr. Dwight Smith, and I was just like, oh my God. And then I'm gonna tell you who else used to wow me. Norman Feller.
Okay.
Yeah. I used to I just anybody would come through the palace, and they just seemed like they was just destined for stardom. Damon Keith Williams, you know what I mean? And Kenny Jackson just blew me away, you know.
Amazing.
Shirley Lights, like all the you know, like the meaty people, you know. And I'm just honored that I even found a place amongst them, you know what I mean? Because I just started out like a young kid, just wanting to learn and, you know, trying to find myself.
Well, you felt right in line with all of us. Right in
I
line.
couldn't believe it.
With all of us. Like you really did.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Absolutely, 100%. I remember the first time I seen you, I was like, yo, who is that? She is killing this joint. And every time I see you from there for after, every time I see you, you tore it down, just every time.
Oh, you know thank you so much. And you know what? That just comes from years of listening and really just knowing what being a singer entails. Because you got different type of singers. Like you got some singers that's quick on their feet and they can just sing whatever. Then you got your thinking singers who they come up there and they think methodically of what they're going to do, and it comes together. And then you got your singers that do both. And so, you know, it's just learning how to be a good actress and really fall in the character that makes good singing, and then songwriting and making it believable. You know what I mean? And when I first started out, like I didn't write none of my stuff, and I'm like, I'm getting all of this whack material. And my friend was like, yo, he was like, the best way for you to represent yourself is to write your own stuff. And so I started writing, and I started writing, and it was just, I just took off from there. You know what I mean? And it made me go back to school and get a degree in English. You know, so that I could further my, you know, like further my wordsmith, my power with words, because words are the only thing. Hold on 1 second, Cassandra.
What?
Hold on 1 second.
I have to go to the bathroom. Get off.
Cassandra, come here.
No. What? What's wrong, Bob? We have fighters and I'm doing the interview.
Bad news. This is lifing. My 9-year-old is in here fighting, but that's okay. We're gonna finish this interview.
You got two boys?
I got two boys. I have a 28-year-old and I have a 9-year-old.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you what, they built different. They built different. They are
All these
built-
kids nowadays is built different, yo. They're a different breed. They are.
they crash out.
All right.
Yeah, that burns me down. I don't like it because I didn't crash out as a kid. What my parents said do, I did. So it was that simple. I didn't crash out, but these babies, they crash out. A lot of them, they don't have critical thinking skills, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. I do a segment on the show called By Who and With Who. So
Okay.
anybody dead or alive, producer wise and feature wise, singer wise, or rapper, whoever, that you can do a song with, to produce and sing with, who would it be, dead or alive?
Producer wise,
Yes.
ooh, I know you might be like, but believe it or not, I would want Wayne Lewis from Atlantic Star to produce me.
Wow. Damn.
And if I had to collaborate with somebody, what do they have to be younger, newer, current, or
Whoever you want. Whoever you want. From any age range, any era.
okay? If I had somebody that I would want to work with, of course it would be Donny Hathaway. But
Okay.
if I had somebody to pick now, it would be a young lady by the name of Jasmine Horn.
I don't think I ever heard of her. She from Philly?
She is all of that. She's a jazz singer. This baby can sing. She got the chops.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna have to look her up.
Mm-hmm.
Is she from Philly or is she not from Philly?
She's not from Philly, but she oh man, she's like Samara Joy, who I consider a master. You know,
Okay.
if I had to pick first, it would be her and then Jasmine Horn. Yeah,
Okay.
because she's a master, and they only come across our world every 100 years, every 50, 100 years. So
Yeah, you only get one once in a lifetime, or two maybe once in a lifetime.
You do.
That
You
just had
do. That's
that
very
just had
true.
that hit. And I think of my time, I don't think nobody else had what Tupac had. He just had everything across the board, all the way around to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the charismatic matter, he had the acting, he had the hip hop, he had the activist, like he had everything. He had the full package, you know what I'm saying? And not too many people have that. You know what I mean?
He did, and you know what? I when I first heard Tupac, because I followed him when he was with oh my boy Shock B and all of them. I followed him when he was with Digital Underground.
Digital Underground.
So when I seen his first album, was that Tupacalypse Now? Or I'm not sure which album. I was like, he's fiery. I said perhaps too fiery. But then when he came out with All Eyes on Me, I was like, oh, okay. I see both sides of him being smart and political, and then smart and streetwise and thuggish and streetwise. So I was like, okay. But what made me really love Tupac was the Machiavelli Theory album.
Yeah.
I mean, me and my girlfriend, I felt like I was the gun. I felt like
yeah.
I felt like I was the gun. So I when I see people that can pull you in like that, I love those type. And I love Tupac, Slick Rick, the earlier ones, Dane the Dane, like that can really pull you. You be like, oh wow, I feel like I'm in the story. Biggie, you know, yeah. Tupac is amongst the greats, and you know what? He should be on anybody's greatest list.
I agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I definitely totally agree with that. I do. So, what do you have going on now though? What are you doing? Are you writing? Are you in the studio? Or are you presently?
Actually, I'm starting to come back around because I had spinal surgery, so I've been recuperating from that.
Okay.
And I was like, like my new norm, honestly, now is I can't really stand well, so I have to sit for all of my shows. So I got a new norm, and so
Okay.
I'm trying to get it to where I can get back in the studio and then do some spot dates because I love to perform. You know what I mean? And I miss it so much.
Right.
Me without music is no life. You know what I mean? So I gotta do it.
I
So
understand.
I'm slowly starting to come back.
That's what's up. I understand. So I'll put you hip to the open. I don't know if you know about the open mic scene in Philadelphia now. It's not too many. It's a
No.
few. You know Stash. You know Stash, right? You know Stash.
Yeah, I know Stash.
All right, Stash got a couple. He got a couple on Wednesday. He got one on Wednesday. He got one on Monday. He does. You ever heard of a club called Jules Uptown?
I
Up
live
on
in
Chestnut-
Uptown.
Okay, so you heard of Jules there.
Yeah.
Okay. He has an open mic there the third Thursday of the month.
Okay.
So whenever you feel better, make sure you travel up there and bless us with your presence. You know what I'm saying?
Are you up there?
Definitely.
Do you go up there?
I done tore that shit down many Thursdays, yo. Many
Oh,
Thursdays.
I will definitely come because
Yeah.
because I don't know a lot of the younger singers that's out now. I know a few of them, but not many. So I
Let me
would
tell you
love to
something.
come back out and get back out on the open mic scene.
Let me tell you this. And I'm gonna say this. I'm biased because I come from an era of you had to be good.
Right.
You had to be that work. Singing,
Right.
hip hop, whatever.
Right.
It's to the point where people just up there reading off their phones, no energy. It's like they taking this open mic thing or this singing or hip hop thing like karaoke, and it's killing me right now because it's really not nobody up there killing it like that. That's why I want you to come up there. I need you to come up there and really like shut it down. Now Shirley Lights was up there one night. Kenny Jackson was up there one night. I was up there one night. And it was a different vibe when we all was up there. It was different. They ain't never seen nothing like that. But
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They ain't never seen nothing like that. They was fucked up over that. But I need you to come up there. So I'm gonna keep in touch with you and
please
let you know the next time they rock it up there. And I need you to come up there and shut it down one time. You know
I will definitely come up there. I definitely will.
Yeah, it's a nice atmosphere too. It's a nice club. You know what I'm saying? Like you know everybody that perform up there. You know everybody that play up there. I'm quite sure. You know what I'm saying? And like this music industry is big, but it's really small because everybody know everybody.
Yeah, everybody does know everybody.
Everybody knows. So
yeah.
I appreciate you for coming on tonight. Tell everybody where they could get at you, where they could look you up at your Facebook, your Instagram, whatever you got going on, so they can get at Miss Erica Glenn.
Oh, you know what? You can hit me up on Erica Glenn on Facebook, and you can hit me up on Soul Survival 71 on Instagram. I would love to talk to anybody that's reaching out to me. I'm here and I'm coming back. You know what I mean? I took a little sabbatical, but I'm still here. So as long as I'm here, I'm do great music. So that's how you can contact me.
Well, I appreciate you for coming on the show tonight, Miss Glenn. I love you. I appreciate you. Put my arms around you.
I love you too, Bad News. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. So I'm gonna keep in touch with you. I am your man, Bad News, Mr. 1985 Uptown's Finest. We do this each and every Tuesday. Disciples of the Boom Bap Podcast. We gonna get at y'all. We out of here. Peace.
Peace.